Good morning everybody. Betty's back for another delicious recipe. Right, a few weeks ago we went up to Berwick and we treated ourselves to an Indian takeaway. We had a lamb Dhansak and it was absolutely banging. So I'm going to try and recreate it. It had pineapple in it, which I actually really loved. So I'm going to try and recreate this dish. I'm going to get some rice later to go with it. So if you give us a second, I'll show you the list of ingredients, or the ingredients. Okay, so we have some leftover lamb we did from the shoulder of lamb a couple of weeks back. It's been in the freezer, that's been out and defrosted. A tin of tomatoes, a red and yellow pepper, 2 onions that I've just chopped in half an hour, about a thumb-sized piece of ginger, a chilli, 3 cloves of garlic, 200 ml of beef stock or whatever stock you want to use. You can use veg stock, chicken stock, whatever, or lamb stock if you've got it. 75 grams of red lentils. Obviously some pineapple and pineapple juice that we're going to use. We won't be using it all, but coriander to finish it, and the all important. Now we bought this a few weeks back. It's a British Indian restaurant mix powder, so it's a Dhansak sort of recipe. So basically in this, if you wanted to make it up yourself and grind it yourself, is coriander, fennel, cumin, green and black cardamom, black pepper, cayenne, nutmeg, cloves, star anise, chili, ginger, garlic, turmeric, paprika, black stone flour and Himalayan rock salt. So that's the list of ingredients. So I'll come back in a second and we'll get cracking. Okay, so the first step is I'm going to blitz some of these ingredients together. So into the food processor goes ginger, the garlic, the chilli, the onions, which I've just roughly cut up just to help the food processor a bit. And I'm going to put some of these peppers that I've just chopped up into here as well. So they're going to go into the food processor, and hopefully we can make this into some sort of paste. Excuse the noise. Give it a shake up. I'm going to need a spoon or something to push that down, because there's still big chunks in there. This little food processor is quite good actually. Mini chopper, more than a food processor, but you know what I mean. It gets the job done, and it saves you chopping up ultra finely. Away man, get down to the bottom there. Quite a bit in there. I might have put too much in, but the garlic's not getting crushed. I might have to do this a couple of times, so I'll come back when I've got it down to a fine sort of paste-ish sort of. Right, so as you can see, that's like a mix that I'm looking for. So in this pan, cast iron, I've put some ghee in. You can use oil, rapeseed oil, vegetable oil, whatever you want to use, just enough to cover the bottom of the pan. And in goes our mix here at the bottom. Well, the chilli I de-seeded, by the way. I did de-seed the chilli. Although we like it spicy, that can sometimes make it a little bit too spicy. So basically all I'm doing here is cooking this out. medium-high heat. Just keep giving it some love. You cook this out for 3 or 4 minutes, 5 minutes, until that rawness smell sort of isn't there, if you know what I mean. The rawness of the onions, it's very strong in my eyes. So yeah, you just keep cooking this, cooking it away. Whew, it's still very strong. The onions, even though I've got my glasses on, I'm still getting watery eyes. So I'll come back in a few secs when this is a bit more advanced. Right, as you can see, that's cooking out there quite nicely. That's at about 3 or 4 minutes now. So I'm going to add the rest of the whole peppers now, just into the mix. So you've got a bit more texture. Right, so I've put the peppers in. I'm now going to add some of this. It's basically the Dhansak mixture, the masala, whatever you want to call it. So I'm going to put 2 teaspoons in to start with and see how it goes. In fact, I'm going to put 2 heat teaspoons in and see what it's like. We've never actually used this before, so I'm going to give it a quick stir. Oh, instantly I can smell that. Changed colour straight away. It's rather nice actually. I'm just going to let that cook out for a couple of minutes. Right, so that's looking and smelling rather nice. So I'm going to put the leftover lamb that we had from last week. That is going in. Get that coated. That's going in there. Lovely. Give it a good old mix up. Go. So next to go in is my beef stock, or stock, whichever stock of your choice you want to use. That's going in there. Just get the last bits of that out. A bit of extra water there. Tin of chopped tomatoes, or these are plum tomatoes, which I'll just break up. Lovely. That's going in there. That's looking rather nice already, to be fair. Okay, that's the tomatoes roughly chopped. Tell you what, it smells nice. It smells lovely. Right, and the last but not least is the 75 grams of red lentils are going in there. I'm not going to put, oh actually I'm going to put some pineapple juice in there. So obviously these lentils will take a little bit of cooking. But I'm not finishing the dish off now. It will be done later this evening in the oven. It'll be finished off in the oven. It takes about an hour and a half to cook off. I'll give you the exact temperatures shortly, but I'm going to put some. See, some of these Dhansak recipes use pineapples, some don't. So I'm going to put quite a generous amount of pineapple juice in there for sweetness, and then after it's finished cooking and it's been in the oven, I'm going to put some pineapple chunks in it, because that's how we had it at this takeaway one, was in Berwick. So that's your mix. If you was doing it on the stove top, this would probably, you know, it'd take a while with the lentils, but the lamb's already cooked. It'd take a good while with the lentils on the stove top, so that's why I'm going to do it in the oven. So basically, for now, I'll bring that up to the boil, get it warmed up, and that's that'll be it, ready to put in the oven for later on. So I will see you later, guys, when we're finished and it's Friday night. Whoop whoop. Right, back from work. This has had about 1 hour and 15 minutes at 150 degrees. Gas mark 3, was it? Something like that, 4? 1 hour and 15 minutes, and that is what it looks like. Just put it on the stove top again, just to reheat. So I'm going to add, we've got some coriander, so I'm just going to put, we've got this, we like to use everything, so the stalks there. So I'm going to add this into here. You don't have to do this if you don't want to, it's your own taste. And it's the same with the pineapple. When I put the pineapple in, if you don't like it, don't put it in, but that's what was in this takeaway when we went to Berwick. So that's what we're going to have, isn't it, Mrs?
Definitely. And I like to use the stalks because they've got just the same amount of flavour.
It's the same flavour, yeah. It's the same flavour.
But if you just put them in for a couple of minutes and it softens right down, you don't see. And why waste
and we'll put the coriander on in the bowls once we've got the curry.
Yeah.
Up to. See, that's coming together nicely. So now I'm going to add some.
That smells amazing. It does smell like that one we had in
It does. It smells.
Like, you know.
But all the lentils are perfectly cooked. So I'm going to add. The one we had pineapple chunks in it. So I'm indulging myself. I want to recreate this. I can't remember exactly how many there was, but there was quite a few, wasn't there?
And that sweetness.
It's the sweetness of it when you.
Yeah, when you actually bit into the sweetness, and it just dissipates all of the heat.
Do you reckon that's enough?
It's completely up to you.
Bit more?
Yeah, a little bit more. Well, why don't you stir it and let's have a look.
A couple more in then. It smells absolutely delicious. So, yeah. So I'm going to leave that to cook. 1 second. I'll show you the... I've just bought some micro rice, basmati rice. We're just going to put that in the microwave for 2 minutes. I'm just going to let that cook away for about 4 minutes just to warm up properly. So I'm going to put that on.
Yeah, we do like the microwave rice because we don't have rice that often.
It's quick and easy, man, isn't it?
And we don't have microwave. We don't have rice that often, to be honest.
Just going to get this warmed back up, but that all the lentils are perfectly cooked. Tested it earlier. If you wanted it a bit more liquid and your preference is a bit more liquid, you could have added a little bit more water or stock at this point, but I quite like it like that. I mean, if you look at look at this. The lamb. I'm just pulling that apart with my fingers, look.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
And we've said that we're going to recreate this since we've been to Berwick, haven't we?
Yes.
And we haven't done it so far.
So when we had the shoulder of lamb, this is what was left over. So we've just, again, it's just using everything. Put it in the freezer. We cubed it, put it in the freezer, and there's a use for it. Make another meal out of it. So I'm going to let that come to the boil, and then we'll come back to you once the rice is done, and we'll have a little taste test. Right, let's serve this baby up. Oh, it's not too bad actually. So, saying that, that is still very hot. So, there we go. Let me just sort this out. Let's put this in the bin. Right, let's attempt to make this look half pretty. So I'll do that one. That's yours, yeah?
Yeah.
Are you having yours straight away or not?
Probably not.
Right, so that one can be mine. Right, curry time. Look at that baby. So I'm going to have a generous couple of spoonfuls there. So there will be leftovers. I'm sure it'll get used up. Would you like 1 or 2 spoons?
Just the one for me, please. I've got a little bit more because I had a couple of bits of pineapple in.
Is that enough?
Yeah, that's fine for me.
I'll turn that off.
That would be lush on a jack of potato tomorrow.
Why? Finish with some coriander on the top.
You can also stir some in as well if you wanted to.
Yeah.
But we quite like
Well, that looks
mixing it in, don't we?
looks quite pretty, that, doesn't it? Doesn't that look nice? Right, so time to dig in then. Shall I have a go?
Go on then. See if it compares to Berwick.
Yes.
That's because we'd never had it before when we had it in Berwick, did we?
Now I'm going to try it. Bit of lamb. I want some lamb with a bit of pineapple. There we go. Lamb with a bit of pineapple. Ooh. Oh. Ooh. Ooh, do you know what? That is really nice. That is lovely. The lamb's like, you don't even have to chew it. And it tastes more or less identical to the one we had in Berwick from the takeaway, but the masala mix that we got, it's a British Indian restaurant standard.
Yes, we just didn't get the base.
The spices. So
because we did our own base.
yeah. That is lovely. Try it with a bit of rice. I won't have a mouthful. The freshness of the coriander. Sweetness of the pineapple. And the curry itself is just, it's banging. You've got to give that a try, guys, honestly. That is really nice. I wouldn't say it's as good as the takeaway, but it's not far off. Taste-wise, that, my first attempt at a Dhansak, that is banging. Soft. That is delightful. So, if you'd like, please give it a try. That's right up there with that chicken tikka masala I did, if not better. So, if you like it, please tell us. Say if you're going to try it. Please like and subscribe if you can. My channel's coming up again, like I say. And yeah, I'm going to have a couple of drinks tonight with the missus. Sit and probably watch YouTube, won't we? As per usual. So, a couple of drinks, relax, shopping to do tomorrow. We've got a busy weekend, really, to be fair, haven't we?
Definitely.
So, of course, the live draw tomorrow night. So we'll see you all tomorrow night for the live Kasori giveaway. And I hope you enjoy your weekend and it kicks off nice like ours is. So we'll see you soon, guys.
See you later.
Bye.